souls. Welcome back to my diary. This is episode 6. In episode 5, I think I talked about how I learned Deji's name for the first time and how I felt like things were just changing. Honestly, when I think about it now, nothing humbles you faster than realizing your crush can hear you breathe or can hear your heart beat. That day began like every other day in the Bamidele house, with tension very thick enough to mop. That day my mom needed extra help. I hadn't been to the Bamidele house for about maybe a week, and truth be told, I really missed being there. So when she asked for extra help, I was quite eager to join her that morning. I could tell from the way she tied her scarf, tighter than usual, from the way her eyes avoided mine, as if she already knew something was going to go wrong. I don't know. When I think about it, I feel like Deji asked her about me, and then she took me there because I didn't really do much when I went there. I don't know. Anyway, Mama was at home, and I wasn't ready for a witness, so good anyway. When we got to the house, Deji was already sitting in the house. When we arrived, like, he was sitting on the kitchen counter like he paid for the rent, for the air or something. Well, he owned the house, I guess. His sleeves was rolled up and his phone in hand, looking very confident. He said, "You are late," looking at the clock dramatically. I checked the time. "We are early," I told him. He smirked. "You feel late." I rolled my eyes so hard I almost saw my ancestors, because I don't know, for some reason that felt like he missed me. I couldn't wait to see my face, You get what I mean? It's like, how can he say we feel late when we're about 30 minutes earlier than planned? Anyway, he started assigning tasks as usual, but this time something was different. He stayed. Actually, he stayed too much. Instead of just disappearing into his room or pretend like we didn't exist, he hovered, he leaned against door frames, he asked unnecessary questions. Where do you go to school? How old are you? Some I answered, some I didn't answer. Why do you wipe it like that? Isn't that sponge too wet? Are you always this serious? I snapped back at him. Are you always this annoying? Hey. He grinned. He said, "Only when I like the audience." My mop slipped. My heart slipped with it. I caught it quickly. And I could feel my hands trembling, because honestly, I was trying not to smile back at him. Life can be so wicked. I'm picturing it right now. We had an almost touch episode in the storeroom. He asked me to get cleaning supplies from the small storage room near the back of the house, the one that can barely fit 2 people and smell like detergent and danger. I bent down to reach the lower shelf. That something dropped from the upper shelf and I was trying to put it back. And at that exact time, Deji stepped in behind me. I didn't know he was there until I felt the heat, the breath, the presence. I froze. Neither of us moved. He said, I replied. My brain was screaming, "Move!" My body was just saying, "Stay." Our arms brushed while he tried to pick something. Electricity. Oof! Actual nonsense. I straightened too fast and hit my head on the shelf really hard. "Ouch! Jesus Christ!" I exclaimed. He burst out laughing, like full laughter, head thrown back, unbothered, with boy joy. "Sorry," he said between laughs. "I didn't know shells were fighting with you." I rubbed my head and he reached out instinctively to probably rub my head too, and then he stopped. His hand hovered over my forehead and too close, too careful. For a second I thought he would touch me. thought about it in a way too much for someone who claimed she hated him, honestly. From a 14-year-old mind. Oh Lord. Are you okay? He asked me softly. Very soft, honestly, and that was new. I'm fine, I answered him too quickly. I've survived worse, including you. He smiled slowly. Then my body betrayed me again because my stomach growled really loudly in that small echoing story. I wanted the earth to open. He raised an eyebrow and asked me, hungry? I glared at him. Mind your business. He was amused. He asked, genuinely confused. He was like, you people don't eat before coming here. I laughed, a short, bitter sound. I was like, some of us don't have breakfast tables waiting for us every morning. There was silence. And then he did something I didn't expect. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a granola bar, then handed it to me. He said, take, before your stomach reports you to the authorities. I stared at him. I stared at the granola bar, at the space between his fingers and mine. And then I took it. Our fingers touched. This time, neither of us moved away immediately. We were like that for too long, too away, too dangerous. Later, when my mom signed that it was time to leave, Deji walked us halfway out, way past the front door, almost up to the gate. He didn't say anything dramatic. He just said, see you. And then he walked back to the house. As I followed my mom home that day, chewing the last of the granola bar, I realized something terrifying. I didn't just like this guy. I was already imagining him, in different ways. Laughing, hanging out with him. And if there is one thing I've learned about people like Deji, Bamidele, they don't fall quietly. And they don't fall alone. They take you along with them. Till next time, my people. Life, lessons, and everything in between. Hope a smile for every face. We didn't run but keep the pace.